Welcome to PushMowerRepair.com. Today we're going to show you how to replace an old pull start cord on a Briggs & Stratton lawnmower with a brand new one. This is going to be done on a 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton mower, but it should be the same on any Briggs & Stratton. First thing to do is to remove the cover. It's just 2 Phillips head screws here and here on our mower. Yours will probably be a little bit different. Next we need to remove these 3 bolts here, here and here to remove the petrol tank. These are an 8mm socket. Once those 3 bolts at the top have been undone, there's this one more here at the bottom of the lawnmower. This one doesn't actually have a bolt in there, so we don't need to undo it, but you most likely will. Once all 4 bolts are undone, then you can remove this petrol tank. Once you remove the hose, if there's petrol still in there, it's going to go everywhere, so it's a good idea to empty that first. Now that all those covers are off, we need to remove these 2 bolts at the back and 2 at the front, here and here, so that we can remove the pull start. Now once you remove this, the oil tap is going to come with it. So once it's off, it's a good idea to plug up that hole that's going to be left with a bit of paper towel, whatever you got lying around, to stop any dirt from getting in there. So you can see our old starter cord's pretty run down. I'm just going to get rid of that. We need to chop the handle off and then make sure you hang on to that so you can use it later. So the next step to removing the old start cord is to unwind the starter as far as it will go. So that's all that we've got for us. Then you need to push the knotted end through so that we can cut it. Okay, so we've been able to pull that out. Then if you cut the knot off, you'll be able to pull the cord entirely out. When you're doing this, make sure that you continue to hold this plastic piece so that it doesn't wind back and lose its spring. Then we'll have to recoil it all. So the new one threads in best through the back rather than coming through the front like in the Victor's. That way the cord will more easily be threaded through. So once you thread the cord all the way through to the end, you just need to tie a knot in it so it doesn't continue coming through and you lose it altogether. Sometimes it's even better to do 2 knots so you can be definitely sure that's not going to thread through. There we go. 2 expertly tied knots so that that cord is not going to go anywhere. And then you can rewind it. Hopefully it's at the correct length. If it's not, what you can do is unwind the starter cord and wind the starter up in the opposite direction one more time. If you want more detail on this process, even rewinding the starter cord, then there's another video that we've made that goes into more depth. So once you put the new cord in and you've wound it all back up, just hold on to the end of it so that you don't lose that, so it doesn't wind all the way up and you lose your cord. And the last step is to thread the cord through the handle and again tie a double knot in that. Once that's done, your cord's all ready to be used.